We're providing for you a video dealing with Nearpod. And to help facilitate this, we have created a PDF file, as you can see, that will step you through the process. Now, at the very beginning, we're talking about going to Nearpod and nearpod.com, and you should have this little screen appear after you log in. Upon logging in, we are going to provide you with some examples of how to create your first lesson. Now, your first lesson can be in many different formats. We recommend or suggest for the first time something very simple. Picking up or creating a PowerPoint and saving it, then saving it again as a PDF file, because Nearpod requires PDF that you will upload. And this icon here, this picture here, will show you how to create. As you can see, we have things listed in a step-by-step format, and we've provided for you hopefully detailed instructions on how to do this, and then how you would absolutely go to a live session with your students. And you'll notice on the right here, this is what the students will see as they log in. You'll provide them with a code, and then after they logged in, they will log in with their names. How will you use Nearpod? That is the interesting question. Now, there's several different ways you can do this. For example, if you're dealing with elementary, the students can create their own, for example, addition problem with regrouping, and they can write it on a slide that you will create later on, and this will allow you to choose and or pick students to bring their video in presentation in front of other students, or you can just simply use Nearpod to enable you to make a presentation to all the students. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this program, and fortunately or unfortunately, we are going to provide you in detail a little bit later on how to do that. So the beginning here is just going to show you how to create a very simple lesson, and later on we'll show you how to create interactive slides. Now remember, this is broken down into different formats, or different parts, if you will. Now, in creating Nearpod, it'd be very easy if you worked on a desktop or a laptop computer. As you can see in front of you, here's the screen. Now, when you first sign up, you'll definitely have to have your name and an email to log in, create an account. Once you get in here, I'm going to click on my login, and I've already been assigned an account. You have the various areas you can go to that will allow you to check out your library, explore, join, create, and reports of your students. So there's a lot of different things that you're going to need to play around with to enable you to work with Nearpod. Before you do any presentation, you must decide what are you going to do your presentation on. Well, in this example here, we created a PowerPoint. You can do the same thing. Make sure your PowerPoint is set up the way you want it, and then make sure you hit save and save your PowerPoint, and that way it was as a backup. You should have no difficulty whatsoever. And then you must hit save file, save as again, but this time, as you can see, we are going to save it as a PDF file, and this will allow us to use it directly in our Nearpod or upload it very easily. So make sure you save your PowerPoint to a PDF file, and we'll go to the next section. As you can see on the screen, we have my presentations, and I'm going to click on New Presentation. Once I've done that, this screen will appear, Add Slide. So I'm going to click on that, Add Content, Slide, Image, and we have various formats here, but I'm going to go to Browse My Files. And if you recall, we've already done this. We've saved it as a PDF file. Here it is as a PDF. I'm simply going to click on it and open it up. And as you can see, it's going to start uploading the content. And this will take a few seconds, obviously depending upon how big your presentation is. So here is our presentation. Now we don't want this first slide, so I'm going to right click and delete that slide. Are you sure? Yes, we are. And here's your first slide. Now what you can do is you can move these around, but I don't want to, and leave those right there. So in essence, this is the presentation that we are going to work with. This is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now remember, these are all PDF files from our PowerPoint. If I needed to, I can add another slide by clicking on there. I'm going to click on Publish. And in clicking on Publish, I'm going to type in Lecture for Intro to Computers, and then I just pick any grade I'm looking at. I'm going to say General. You must have both, and click on Done. And you can always unpublish and edit later. And the answer is yes. Of course we can. Okay, here's our presentation, and it is published. Now, we want to make it live so that the students can see your presentation. To do that, I'm going to click on the presentation and see the word More. Click there and click on Live Presentation. What's going to happen is the computer is going to generate a live presentation, and there is the code for the students. Students will type this in on their laptop or on their iPad or smartphone, and they will be now included in the presentation. Okay, the students are now typing in this code, and you have to make sure everybody has it typed in so it's displayed for them. I'm going to click on Close, and this is what the students should see on their screen. And this tells them that they are connected to the right account. Next, this little arrow here to the right, I'm going to click on it, and it's going to present the students list. Now when I did that, each student will have a screen just like this on their iPad or whatever device they're using. You hopefully noticed that it said over here student 1, student 2, and when they type in their name it will appear, so you can have a list of all the students. So now you can see very simply in this example, here are 2 students, and obviously if you have 23 of them or whatever you have, they will all appear. And if you have 2 students with the same name, you're going to have them probably have their last name in there so you can tell what's going on. Now, what the students will see is what's on your screen. So when I click the arrow, their screen will automatically adjust to whatever we have before them. Now there's a lot of different things that you can do, and we can cover that on another video, but I can't do it right now at this time, but I will try to squeeze it in later. But this will get you going so you can understand the very basics of what's happening. Hopefully all of this made sense.